Welcome back to SpadeCardMagic. Today I'm going to show you a really cool beginner self-working card trick. So before I begin, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let's get started. Alright, so the spectator can start off by shuffling the deck as many times as they would like. So I can hand over the deck to them, and they can just also give the deck some shuffles and nice cuts. So when they're done, they can hand the deck back, and I can cut it in half, like so. And now the spectator would choose either half. So let's say they choose this half right here, and they would keep it. So this is not magician's choice. They would actually select a half. So now, once they have this half selected, I would instruct them to go inside the deck and look for a card. And then once they have their card, I would instruct them to put it on the top of their deck and then put the deck face down. So now they can do that. So now I'm going to pull out a card and show it to you guys. And then I'm going to put this card on the top of your deck and then just put them on top of each other. So now I can give the deck as many shuffles here as I would like. Just like that. And now the spectator is going to tell me what their card was. So they're going to tell me that their card was the 5 of diamonds, and my card was the 3 of diamonds. So as you can see, both of those cards are right next to each other in the deck. And I have no other duplicates in the deck here. Alright, this trick is very simple, and you can start off by having the spectator shuffle the deck as many times as they would like, because there's no setup to this trick. So let's go ahead and do that. So we can shuffle up the deck like so, and we can even give the deck a few cuts, and it doesn't matter. So once we're done with that, the spectator will hand the deck back, and I would instruct them to cut the deck into 2 roughly equal halves. And now here, they actually have a free choice. It's not a magician's choice. They actually have a free choice on which one to choose. So let's say they choose this half. So they would actually keep that half. So here I would instruct the spectator to choose one of their cards and then put it on top of their deck. But that's not what I'm doing. What I'm doing is I'm just looking at the bottom card right here, and then I'm grabbing any random card from the middle and putting it on top. All I do is memorize this card. So it's the 6 of clubs. And then I put it down. And that whole card putting at the top, don't memorize that card for you. However, the spectator, when they do it, when they select a card, that's the card they'll remember. And then they'll put it on top. So essentially what you've done is you have your memorized card at the bottom, and they have their memorized card at the top. But the spectator doesn't know that. They think your memorized card is at the top. That's not the actual memorized card. So you can just put this card, so you can just take this half of the deck now and put it on top of theirs. Okay, now there's a few ways you can end the trick. So first, you can ask the spectator what card they had, or you can tell the spectator what card you had, which I believe that the method on telling the spectator what card you had is a little bit of a stronger effect. So you tell the spectator that you chose the 6 of clubs here, and then you ask what card they selected, and then they'll point out for their card, which will be right next to the card that you named. And now if you ask for their card first, then it's not going to seem as powerful. So once they pull the cards out, they're going to be right next to each other, and they can inspect the deck as much as they want, and they're not going to find anything else. Alright, I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time on SpadeCardMagic.